From the depths of rapture comes the Bioshock Big Daddy Bouncer action figure. Hey y'all, this is Hobby Robbie here once again, and I just finished up doing my Sonic figure reviews. More of those potentially might be coming in the future, depending on if I get any more. But for now, I'm here to talk about my Big Daddy Bouncer action figure from the game Bioshock. They released these figures when Bioshock 2 came out. As far as I can tell, there's no real design differences between this particular type of Big Daddy between the two games. Well, first off, if you haven't played Bioshock, I highly recommend it. I'm very much an old school gamer as far as, Sega Genesis, the PS1, SNES stuff, so I don't really play a whole lot of new games per se. But after watching someone play Bioshock, my immediately thought was, man, I have to get that game. And I did. I actually built a gaming PC just so I could play it. And because I needed a new PC, but being able to play Bioshock was a definite perk, and probably the best perk of all thus far. So I recommend it. I haven't played Bioshock 2 yet. I have it, just haven't played it. But I've heard good things about it as well. In any case, the focus of this review is not the game, it's of the action figure, and it is a fine figure indeed. We'll start with the packaging. The package isn't anything special. It's probably not something I'm going to keep around for very long. The back art is kind of nice, but I don't think it's anything really worth keeping, to be honest. You could probably print out better ones off your computer. Talk about the Big Daddy in the back, as well as the other varieties of Bioshock 2 characters you can get. So yeah, nothing too special, but one thing that makes this particular figure special, it's the second bouncer that was released as part of this action figure lineup. And unlike the first one, this one has, let's see, can you read it? It's kind of blurry. This one has LED lights. In the game Bioshock, the bouncers lights will shine through their helmet depending on I guess what their present state is, or I don't really want to call it frame of mind, but what their current mentality is. If they're hostile towards you, they are red. If they're indifferent towards you, they're yellow. And if they're on your side, they're green. Now, I probably don't need to explain that to all of y'all that are familiar with the game. But in any case, it is a very nice addition, and I'm glad I got this figure rather than the original figure, because I'm sure while that one has all the detail of this one, the light just adds so much more. Okay, well, first let's talk about the detail. It is, as you can see, extremely detailed, and like I said earlier, as far as I know, there's not a whole lot of differences between the design of the Bioshock 2 bouncer and the Bioshock bouncer. These tanks in the back, on the back of its suit, are removable. That's for easy access towards the lights. And it probably helps out as far as making this less fragile goes. It's kind of nice to have these big removable pieces, so it's not something that'll get damaged. There's a lot of articulation here. The arms rotate at the shoulder all the way back. The tanks might get in the way of rotation, though I don't know, I don't think I'll ever have him, pose like that for a long time. And his arms rotate as well. He's got a little bit of a hinge joint in the elbow. His arms are kind of bulky, so it's not a whole lot. His left hand rotates. The fingers don't really have posability, but it rotates very nicely. And the drill, well, because of the elbow rotation, the drill kind of spins. Now, be careful with this drill if you have this figure. It's not necessarily sharp, but it is actually something you'd be able to cut your finger on, because it's kind of pointy and kind of, I guess, sharper than it looks, if nothing else. Lower body, his legs rotate, and they also rotate at the knee. I don't think his shoes rotate. Like I said before, these are removable. So yeah, the detail is superb. I've seen reviews of these before where people say the helmet isn't painted all the way in, and so the light shines through it. I think I got kind of lucky because light doesn't really shine through any part of the helmet that it shouldn't on mine. Maybe a little in the back, but nowhere on the front. You'd see it's very clearly just shining through the different portholes. Let me see how it looks without the lights. Yeah, it's very clear. And it's not, I must have gotten lucky, because they did a great paint job with this particular Big Daddy. I guess there's a little leak, a little light leakage like right there, a little spillage, but it's nothing major, and it kind of adds to this, like, this rustic, worn appearance that all the denizens of Rapture and Bioshock have. It's kind of like he's battle-worn from protecting little sisters for so long. It's always nice to have him on your side. So anyway, yeah, this is a great figure. If I find a decently priced Big Daddy Rosie, I'll probably get that one as well. But this one, I would say, is preferable. For one, the bouncers are designed more creatively than the Rosies. Not that the Rosies are poorly designed, but there's something very iconic about the bouncers. Like, when you see a Rosie, you don't immediately think Bioshock the same way you do when you see a bouncer. Now, I do enjoy battling Rosies a little more in the game than I do bouncers, but that's a personal preference and kind of irrelevant to this video. So anyway, yeah, this is a definite 10 out of 10. I have this figure sitting on the corner in my office, and every now and then someone will come up to me and say, "Is that a bouncer sitting on your desk, kind of up on top of the cube?" And I say, "Well, yes," and then I show them the lights and everything. So it's definitely a conversation piece. Even if people haven't played Bioshock, it's a nice way to get them intrigued because it's such a unique looking character and he plays such a vital role in the game. So it's a nice little icebreaker for people who haven't played Bioshock if you're the kind of person that wants to get people to play the game. He is a little back heavy because of the oxygen tanks, but after some tweaking you'll be able to get him to stand up straight. Yep, there he is. I've never left the lights on for an extended period of time. So I don't know how long they last. I wouldn't recommend leaving these lights on if you don't have to. But anyway, yeah. This is a great figure. I'm extremely happy I got this. Because, I've been getting a lot of statue figures recently, and those are nice and very detailed, but there's something about having something this detailed that also has posability. It's very nice to have. So anyway, yeah. This is Hobby Robbie with my review of the light-up Big Daddy Bouncer from Bioshock. Alright, till next time.